So that's just where we are today. Now you layer on everything with AI and literacy. We absolutely cannot rely on our students being able to do this on their own at home. You said it before, Jimmy, with homework. That needs to go away. And what if it really means is that we need to fund, and this is my opinion, obviously not everybody's, but if that means we need to find new funding so that students can come in an hour earlier or stay an hour later in class in a school system where they're protected and they can get this training for AI literacies to set them up for the future, well, then that's what I think should happen. Because the minute they go home, you're completely out of control and it's completely unfair. The only way it's fair is if we teach AI literacy at the school where everybody, at least at that school, of course, we're not talking about rich districts versus poor districts, but at least at that school has the same ability to thrive. Because we can't just send this home and say deal with this on the home. They don't. A lot of students just simply do not have the infrastructure to be able to run a simple prompt on ChatGPT. It would time out. It simply just wouldn't work. So that's something we have to consider as well, is where are our students today, and making sure that we're coming up with literacy solutions that work for all students, not just the rich students or the students that happen to live in ritzier areas that get endowments and personal investments into the school system so they can have the latest and greatest computers.
I agree. I think you're speaking towards some of the core issues that we were trying to identify, or that we were identifying earlier. There is plenty of issues that exist within the education system now. You totally identified a good chunk of them with infrastructure, access, how we distribute or disseminate information and funds and resources. And so it really comes down to, well, how do we empower students, educators, and parents, families to give the best level of education to all students within the country, within the world, and so that we can raise that bar or that level of education, giving them all of the skills that they need to not only survive but thrive in the world and make it ostensibly the ideal is make it a better place.